Ulster, the Ardoyne and Woodale. That means welcome. I also know I'm speaking on behalf of the brethren at Drumcree, at Dunloy, and here in Belfast, and I say, Bala, hail away! And I say again, Ulster Gabra, which means Ulster forever. See, as an Presbyterian, I can talk Irish as well as everybody else. May I say it's a pleasure to be here today. It has been a hard week. I've been kicked from pillar to post. I'm still here. I have now asked SOLINAS, Uprg, come forward and deliver the message.
Well done, G.
On behalf of Westbelfast Uprg, we would like to take this opportunity to welcome the United Unionist SOLINAS family to the Woodale Road on day 212 of our campaign to return our brethren and bondsmen home. It is both an honour and privilege to address you all today and reaffirm our total commitment to this campaign. Several issues should be upmost in our mind as we gather here today. First of these issues should be the lack of confidence in the entire legal system to be totally impartial and unbiased towards the Protestant community. This manifests itself daily in draconian bail measures being applied for trivial and misdemeanours on charges which should never see the light of a courtroom. For those unfortunate individuals who find themselves in court for these offences, bail is very often denied, and sentencing for the PUL community does not reflect these misdemeanour offences. An example of this would be where card-carrying Sinn Féin activists have been charged with serious offences linked to prescribed organisation, namely the Provisional IRA, who have been given bail, are free to travel unhindered, not just in Northern Ireland, but also in Europe, to promote Sinn Féin IRA agenda against the state. This is in stark contrast to the bail conditions imposed on the PUL community, in which they are restricted from returning home and having freedom of movement in the area in which they live. These draconian measures handed out to the PUL community through the court systems need to be tackled head-on by all our unionist politicians and indeed everyone who stands in unity here to stop this injustice. Westbelfast Uprg will be seeking immediate meetings with members of government bodies and the Department of Justice to highlight these injustices against the PUL community. Another relevant issue is the ongoing intimidation and aggressive behaviour by the PSNI towards protesters both here on the Woodale Road and Woodale Navy protest parades. This has manifested itself in the PSNI hitting an all-time low by throwing stink bombs at peaceful protesters at Woodale nightly parades. And more complete madness from the PSNI, a wheelchair-bound man who was trying to return home to his car to take a sick friend to hospital for treatment was denied access to the Woodale Road by PSNI officers, who verbally abused this man and used heavy-handed tactics to deny him access. Westbelfast Uprg, along with others in the unionist family, have been challenging these heavy-handed and unprofessional policing offence at the highest level and will continue to do so. On a positive note, we must welcome the decision of Matt Baggett to not renew his contract at the end of his career. This man has used policing powers for a political agenda to criminalise and demonise the PUL community. He has sacrificed his community policing ethos to maintain a cosy relationship with Sinn Féin IRA. The PSNI would be served harking their political agenda and standing up to the Parades Commission and telling them no more appeasement or caving into the threat from violent extremists within republicanism. and moving towards encouraging peaceful, lawful and dignified parading. West Belfast, Uprg would urge the pace now to concentrate less on political policing and concentrate more on protection of our elderly and disabled residents who have had to endure nightly sectarian attacks on their homes and property and the Ainsworth and Old Park interface areas. Also this week, Jerry Kelly attempted to lecture the PL community on where they should protest. Let us say clearly, Jerry, the purpose of our situating our camp at Woodale Avenue was to gain the maximum media attention and coverage of our peaceful campaign. Also, Jerry, the cost of police in Woodale is solely down to Republican extremists. The cost is a result of having to safeguard peaceful protesters who have had to endure gun attacks, cross bomb attacks and knife attacks from ordinary Republican extremists. We also find it ironic of Sinn Féin, Provisional IRA, has the bare-faced cheek to talk about the cost of policing when his comrades blew the heart out of our towns and cities at a cost of billions to our economy.
Stop!
Maybe the Provisional IRA should start repaying some of this money from the millions they stole from the Northern Bank. In closing, let me say we are fully committed to resolving the current impasse here on the Woodale Road. West Belfast Uprg will not be found wanting in the resolve to support the return of the Brethren and Bondsmen to the Legacy Orange Hall. Our message is simple: let them home.
Well said.
Thank you. Today we have Brethren from Scotland, sons of Ulster, Denison, Glasgow. This week, David Cameron said it was up to the rest of the United Kingdom to encourage the Scots to vote no in the referendum. We, the people of Ulster, ancient homeland of the Scots, will support them and say, we want you to stay with us, our kith and kin. You know, the symbol of the United Kingdom is the beer. People ask me what the beer is. Does anybody know what the beer is? Well, I'll tell you. The beer is the stone of destiny. The coronation stone. The stone of scone. It was reputed to be the stone that Jacob had his dream on. And it's been used to crown the monarchs of this kingdom for hundreds of years. Why do I say it's a symbol of the United Kingdom? Well, first of all, it was brought here by Scotia. The children of Scotia are the Scots. The King of the Scots, Fergus O'More, meaning Fergus the Great, brought the stone with him to the Nod in our guide. It then went to Dunkeld and then went to Perth. Edward I, Longshanks, took it from there and brought it to England. And his son was the first Prince of Wales. Is there anything more symbolic showing the four parts of the United Kingdom? I don't think so. Brethren, remember, let's support our friends from Scotland. And may I say, to end off, Ulster, Cabra, Ulster, forever.